Marc-Berman at the Hard Rock Atlantic City. This is Steven Van Zandt. Tonight, we're here on behalf of Gilda's Club because they need to kick cancer and they help so many people. And Steven Van Zandt, you're here. You got the call from Jim Allen, and well, the rest, tell us.
Well, it's a wonderful organization to begin with, okay? And, Gene Wilder and Gilda, I started off being a big fan of theirs, and then, the tragedy with Gilda happens, and Gene and everybody turns it into a thing that has some real positive energy, in memory of her. And we all have someone in our family. My mother's a survivor. Jimmy's father, he lost his father to cancer. So everybody has been touched by this horrible disease. And Gilda's Club does a wonderful job. Just giving advice and comforting people and so many good things. So my pleasure to be here anyway. But of course, Jimmy and Isabel, they're good friends, and me and Maureen, my wife, want to support them in any way possible. So
now, did you ever take the stage with the B Street Band?
I think I may have one time before at Jimmy's birthday party. I'm not sure which birthday party, because we usually have a few glasses beforehand. But it might be a couple years ago. But they're great guys, actually. And it's a little scary that they've been doing it 30 years. I don't know who they're imitating. It's not me. Maybe my father, but it's not me.
Steven, you just celebrated your 500th show of Little Steven's Garage.
Yeah.
Now you had it also, so you're hanging around Hard Rocks a lot these days.
Well,
Times Square.
You know what? Hard Rock has been our first sponsor, and in April, not only do we just celebrate our 500th show at Hard Rock in Times Square, we're about to celebrate our 10th anniversary in April. And the Hard Rock had been there from the beginning for 10 straight years. It's wonderful. And without the Hard Rock, we would not be on the air. We're the only rock and roll show on the radio. We play all 60 years of rock and roll. We're on 140 different syndicated,
including Finland.
Well, including Finland, Q104 in New York, of course, and we also have a 24/7 channel on Sirius XM. But it's all due to Jimmy and the Hard Rock Cafe, and they deserve full credit for that. Without them, we wouldn't be on the air. And we've introduced 800 new bands in 10 years. Yeah, and so there's a lot of rock and roll out there. You just gotta you got to find it, that's all.
And together with you and Hard Rock's also so philanthropic. They do something almost every month. They'll give and give and give and give.
It's true. It's very true. And ever since the Seminole Indians, purchased the Hard Rock, the Seminole Indians are the most rock and roll Indian tribe in the world. They are the coolest, I'm telling you right now.
And you are Jersey Rock. You're Jersey Rock royalty because Southside Johnny, Asbury Jukes, come on, man. That's a Jersey band. When you talk about Jersey rock and roll, does the sand in your toes, is that the influence in your music? You have sand in you're from the Jersey Shore, Stone Pony.
Yeah, we grew up in a wonderful time, I got to tell you. We were very lucky. We grew up in a Renaissance period, when the music was so wonderful every day, The best music being made was also the most commercial music, which may never happen again, But we grew up at that time, so our standards were set very high. So every time we get on stage or whatever we do, we're trying to reach the level of the early Rolling Stones, the early Beatles, and the early Who and Kinks and all those groups. We'll, in our minds, we'll never quite get there, So every year we just try harder, man.
I don't know about that. You're with a pretty good outfit, Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. And you know what? How many countries, how many cities, how many gigs have you done? You can't keep track. Do you have anyone that stands out?
Wow, I don't know. We have the best audience in the world, okay? And I'm not just saying that. We have the best audience in the world. We were gone for a long time, and we came back and the audience was right there, We're bigger now in many places than we've ever been. So, what can I say? We have respect for our audience, and we never take it for granted, We go out there every day like we're still 15 years old. When I first met Bruce, 1965.
Where did you meet?
We met, it was one of the clubs I think it was the Hullabaloo Club in Middletown. And we were very young. We both had, I had the Source, he had the Castiles, and we met then at a time when rock and roll was so important in our lives, and it got us through the day. It helped us survive, and so we carry that gratitude, and respect when we go on stage now. We want to transfer that. We want to communicate that love and respect, and that same motivation and inspiration that we got. We want to try and pass that along to our own audience, and our audience
very, very, very loyal. And tonight, you and Maureen, your wife, came down to the Hard Rock Atlantic City. You gave of your. Come on in here. This is Maureen Van Zandt. Hello, Maureen. You guys gave of yourselves tonight for Gilda's Club. You came down, you performed with the E Street Band, vini-mad-dog-lopez on drums. Come on, where does this happen? Atlantic City. This was memorable. This was incredible. And I saw you really having a great time here tonight, and thank you for just being a part of this.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. It's such a great cause, and we love Isabel and Jim, and we're here to support them.
Yeah, an extra bonus seeing Mad Dog, of course. I didn't know he was going to be here, Always good seeing Vinny, who was our first drummer, and still one of the wildest cats in the world.
I'd ask if you're going to go out on the road again with Bruce, but I had Max on a couple months ago, and I asked him that, and he says, whenever Bruce decides, we'll go out again. There's nothing planned, but we'll hit the road again. Is that true?
We know. I know nothing. I know nothing. Nothing.
Can't get anything out of them.
I say
the Stones are going out, and they're like grandfathers to you guys.
Well, Stones are about to have their 50th anniversary.
Yes, they are.
And I'm the only one who knows the true date. I'm not going to say it right now. Tune in to Little Steven's Underground Garage.
No, we encourage you to. In fact, you'll find it at the bottom of the screen right now.
Yeah, absolutely. But they're going to have their 50th anniversary, and they're still fantastic. It's wonderful, See, I love the Rolling Stones still touring. As long as they're touring, we're the new kids on the block.
Oh, absolutely. But that's
young guys.
That's what I said. They're your grandfathers to you guys.
They're the old men. We're young. We're new.
See, but they created all this. They were at the beginning.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And so they actually gave it to everybody so that there could be an E Street Band and everything. Them and the Beatles, and of course Little Richard. We could go back and back and back and back. Yeah. But listen, I thank you for spending a few minutes. This is absolutely amazing, and you came down for a great cause. We're here at the Hard Rock in Atlantic City. Marc-Berman for NJ.com.